All right, welcome back to PAX EAST 2019. This is Lord Sovereign from the Iron Lords podcast and lordsofgaming.net. I have the distinct pleasure to be here with Chris, Khalil, Ahmed, the co-developers of SwimSANITY. Guys, tell us a little bit about your game. As soon as we walk by the game, we say, wait a minute, we gotta see what this is. So please, guys, let it rip.
Sure, this is SwimSANITY. It's a 4-player underwater shooter with a collection of competitive and cooperative game modes. We can play with or against your friends. We got 8 game modes in this, 5 versus, your deathmatch, team deathmatch, capture the flag, team capture the flag, and last move is standing. It's an elimination. On the flip side of that, we got cooperative modes. So we got a full-blown campaign mode with boss battles. We also got a survival mode as well. We even have a third mode we haven't even announced yet today. On top of all that, it's online and offline play.
So you just gave me a mouthful there. So tell me, how big is this dev team? Is it just you guys, and how long have you guys been working on this game?
It's not even dev team. This is everything. This is everything.
This is the company. This is the team. This is everything.
That's a beautiful thing to hear, man. That's a beautiful thing to hear. So am I only talking to you? I'm going to talk to you.
We've been best friends since we were 7 years old. I had the fortunate experience of meeting these guys when I was real young. They've grown up in the same bedroom all along, and yeah, we've just really clicked. We're like a family out here doing this. So
that's amazing.
Yeah, we decided we wanted to make games about 9 years ago. It took us some time to actually learn how to do what we were doing. Built a POC over a couple of years, submitted that, and then decided we wanted to go full time with this. So what you're seeing today is closer to like 3 years of work.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how did you come up with the idea for SwimSANITY? What sort of, what's the impetus for it?
Yeah, I mean, this started actually as a school project. It was actually started off as a game called SwimSANITY, The Adventures of Muba Jiver, the Scuba Diver. Since this is a team, they told me that name wasn't going to fly, so we kept SwimSANITY. It was actually inspired by an old Nintendo game called Octopus, where Mario would go down to the bottom of the ocean, try to grab gold, and go back up to his boat while an octopus tried to grab him. So I was like, all right, cool. I'm going to add a jellyfish, I'm going to add a seahorse, I'm going to add a swordfish. And the game kind of took off in a small group. So my brother's side, and he's always been the one who goes a lot extra than I do. And he's like, bro, we got to make this multiplayer. We got to make it so it's on consoles. So we kind of started doing game development. But we're pretty bad on the art side. So we're like, we got to find an artist. So we actually connected back with Chris after not really talking for a little while because life gets busy. And met him at the bank and we're like, yo, we got to talk about something. We want to make a game. And Chris had no idea at the time. He wasn't doing digital art. We're like, if we can teach you how to use the software, we're going to learn how to make games. We're going to make this happen. And over 9 years, this is where we are right now.
That's amazing, man. Like, when you first look at the game, immediately it just looks like a multiplayer game. So you guys said full-on story mode. You got bosses and all that sort of stuff. So I'm going to talk to Ahmed now. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have an adventure mode. We actually ran a private beta a couple weeks ago. We figured that our adventure mode would just be 4 players, people playing. But a lot of 1-player people kind of came in and like, I want to try to beat this on my own, things like that. So all the experience can play single player or online. So even if you're actually at home and just have a couple of people to play, we also have bots so you can play with AI. So we really want to make a game, no matter if you have 1, 2, 3, 4, have friends online, close. We want to make every experience so you can play SwimSANITY. That's the whole point of it.
So in terms of like power-ups and stuff like that, like how does the gameplay flow? Like you get like upgrades to your character, stuff like that. What do you do?
Yeah, so you play as Muba. So Muba's our aquatic hero. So you get to unleash. So when you unleash SwimSANITY, you basically can choose one to unleashes in the game. When you deal enough damage on your opponents, your unleash bar is going to fill up, and then you use your ultimate there. So you can turn to a shark, have harpoons rain from the sky. So you have all these things that you can unlock. So we have 13 unleashes that you can do. So we're running about 6 in our game right now in this booth. But when you go in the game, you collect more, and you have all the experience that you can unlock.
And you can do it, is it a game you can play couch co-op as well as this online multiplayer?
Oh yeah, no doubt. What we were trying to bring to the game, right, was like all the classic features that we loved about 90s video games.
Absolutely.
We're 90s boys, man. We wanted to bring that forward, merge it with the modern day technologies that we have. And so, yeah, whether you sit down, again, local or online, you're going to be able to have a lot of fun with SwimSANITY.
I tell you right now, guys, your story mirrors our story.
That's a beautiful thing, man.
We grew up together, loving video games. We decided, you know what, let's have a podcast, let's talk about games, and this is what we are, that's what we're doing now, just following our passion. So, guys, if you have not seen SwimSANITY and you're at PAX EAST, come over here, show these guys some love. The game looks amazing. At first glance, it looks like just a small multiplayer game, and there's a whole heck of a lot more to it. So, guys, check out SwimSANITY. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks, y'all.